This is my first. I don't even know what this is. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is terrible already. Sheesh. I'm gonna try and start a video podcast or just something. I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea what the fuck I'm even doing. This is stupid. I literally woke up at 5 a.m. Mind you, my alarm scared the living shit out of me because the volume was completely up. And, dear God, coffee makes such a fucking mess. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never recorded a podcast before. This is my first time. I'm in one of like the noisiest areas. I'm literally next to an airport. So if you can hear the airplanes, I apologize. But yeah, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning to try to get here before everyone else does. I'm in my shop right now. Welcome to my shop. I'm in my shop right now, and I try to get here before everyone else did, so that way I have as little distractions as possible. But things kind of took a turn when I got here at 6, and it took me an hour to set stuff up, and it's not even. I don't know what I'm doing. So my setup is trash. I have no talking points. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's gonna be great. It's going to be absolutely. I bought coffee this morning. To some of you, that's like a normal. It's very abnormal. I don't drink coffee. I don't really know why I decided to get coffee today. I guess because I'm trying something new. You know, I wanted to take a new stand, so I got coffee. It's I don't see how you guys drink this stuff every day. It tastes like wet dirt, to be honest with you. I put a lot of milk and creamer and stuff in it. It just tastes like sweet, wet dirt. So to all you coffee drinkers out there, y'all are crazy. So am I, because I'm gonna take another sip of this because I paid for it. I don't like lids, like coffee lids, like these. I don't know what. I hate them. They get on my nerves. Just no reason. Just fucking hatred for no reason. You know, just like good old America taught me. Can't stand a coffee lid. But anyways, I don't really have a, like I was saying earlier, I don't have any talking points or anything like that. And I don't really have a motive other than I need to do something different. I feel like I'm stuck in this cycle of making the same mistakes over and over again. And it's not because I like to torture myself, it's because I didn't really realize that I was in a cycle. But now that I do realize, it's like, all right, now that I understand that I'm in the cycle, how do I get out of it? And I guess for me, that's doing something different. Even something as different as buying a cup of coffee. Because that's very abnormal for me. I got coffee the other day. Actually, okay. I don't know if there's any, yeah, there is a label on it. This shit is so messy. Oh, why is coffee so messy? It's everywhere already. I've taken back to the point. I do that a lot. I do a lot of side tangents. So if you have ADHD or OCD or any of the D's, you probably gonna hate this fucking video. Oh Lord. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, doing something different. Breaking the cycle. I really want to start breaking my cycle. I want to be on the right. I want to be on a path. I'm gonna start by saying that I want to be on a path because I don't feel like I'm on a path. I'm on like a freaking merry-go-round or something, and I'm just doing the same thing over and over. Like it's like a dog chasing his tail. So I want to get on a path, and I think the way to get on that path, for me specifically, and this could be a lot of other people as well, but that is to break your cycle, do something different, kind of mix it up a little bit, and the part that sucks is because you're starting technically a new path, you don't really know which way to go. So it gets really easy to kind of fall back onto the cycle because it's what you know, it's what's comfortable, it's what makes sense to you. So starting a new trail just scary. It's full of unknowns and you don't really know what's going on. So for me, waking up at 5 a.m., which isn't a hard thing for me to do. Like I have a lot of willpower there where I can just mentally I can do whatever I need to do, but when it comes to the point of like having a plan or having things thought through, that's where I fail. Like pretty much every time. I can do whatever. Like if someone was like, hey dude, you gotta wake up at 5 a.m., go drive to Tallahassee and kick a donkey in the mouth. Like cool, I can do it. Like willpower, totally there. The plan is there, because I didn't make it. So that's the easy part for me. I didn't have to plan anything. But because I'm blazing my own trail, I have to have a plan. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back into that merry-go-round and just be chasing my tail. So, break your cycle. Break your cycle. I have no idea when I started this, so I don't know how long it's been. I'm just gonna assume it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to go for about 30 today, for the simple fact that I know podcasts are normally like an hour long, but I'm gonna go for 30 because there's not much memory on my phone. So that's it. I don't have any other satisfying reasons. I don't have enough memory, so can't do it, sorry. But what I will do is, after this podcast is uploaded, I'm going to delete a lot of the media off of my phone so that way I can record longer podcasts. Video podcasts, vlogs. I don't even think it's considered, is it a vlog? Is it a video? Am I blogging? I'm ranting. I'm bitching. So, video bitching? Bitching? Maybe? Is that a thing? Bitching? Bitching. Bitching. I think I just coined that term. Bitching. It's video bitching. Bitching about your terrible first world problems, which I had. First world problem number 1. This, as some of you know, is an iPhone. Now you might be thinking, how is he recording on his phone, which he just said, but it's there. I got two. I got two iPhones. That one, this right here, what I'm looking at, that's recording. That was my old iPhone. And then my lovely mom somehow acquired didn't ask any questions. Didn't really care, to be honest. But my mom was like, hey, do you need a new phone? I was like, bet, yeah, send it over. I'll take it. So I ended up with a free iPhone. What is this, an X? It doesn't say anymore. But is my camera crap? No, we're good. It's just as much. But yeah, iPhone X. Recording with an iPhone 8. And that to me is very, very first world problem. I'm here thinking about like all of this stuff, like, oh, I need to do this with my life, and I need to be better, and blah 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 blah. Like, dude, you have 2 iPhones. 2, not just one. Like, people don't have fucking TV dinners, and I'm just like, oh, my life, so hard. Shut the fuck up. That's how I feel about myself sometimes. Because, like, alright, so I'm gonna let you in on a little something. If you don't know me, I never introduced myself. Alright, hold on. We're gonna take a quick introductory pause break and introduce myself, and then we'll get back to my first world problems. Here we go. So, hold on, can you hear that plane? I don't know if you can. There's literally like a airplane garage, like maybe 250 feet away from my shop. So I'm sorry for any noise. But anyways, introductory. My name is Cass. I'm 26 years old. Holy fucking shit. 17 days. I'm gonna be 27 years old. I need to get my shit together. But 17 days, I'm gonna be 27 years old. Was born in DC, lived part of my life in DC, lived part of my life in Maryland. Currently in Florida. And yeah, there ain't much else to it, to be honest. It's kind of boring if you think about it. Like, like, people have like really extravagant lives. Like, you know, like one of my friends, she was homeschooled and she traveled a lot, like with her family, which is like dope. Like, that's awesome. Like, before she was even 18, she was like traveling to like different states, doing different things, like flying by herself to go to see like other family, like not with her like mom and dad and brothers and sisters or stuff like that, but by herself, like get on airplanes and like go fly to different states to go hang out with people. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. I'm just like, yeah, I lived in DC. It's cool. You know, Washington's our nation's capital and all that stuff. But like, kind of desensitized to it, you know, because I grew up there. Everyone's like, oh man, you're from DC, it must be so cool. I'm like, yeah, people get shot. That's the truth. Like, DC is not that great. It's really not. Like, it's cool. It's cool. It's really, really cool. But unless you're like some big wig or like Secret Service, or you just have a lot of money, DC isn't really that great. But it's cool to say. Like, there are some really, really cool parts about it. Like, one of the coolest things that I remember about DC is my grandmother. She lives in DC. She lived literally right across the street from my elementary school. And from the, like, in the back of the school, like where the playground was, and like the football field and all of that stuff, you could look, because the football field was like on this hill, and it was like this huge drop off, but it was a huge field, so like you weren't gonna like, you know, run a touchdown and fall off the edge of this hill. But because the school was like on this raised land almost. If you look off in the distance, you could actually see the top of the Washington Monument. And on 4th of July, they shoot off the fireworks like between the Washington Monument and what was the other one? Was it Lincoln? Yeah, yeah, between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial is where they shot off the fireworks. And if you're standing on the football field of my elementary school, you're like pretty much eye level with where the fireworks are going off, and it's super awesome, really awesome. But again, side tangent. But anyways, back to my my first world problems. So I've been given a great opportunity by life in itself. Am I spiking right now? Hold on. Maybe that's a little bit better. So I've been given a great opportunity by life in itself with having like creative ability. Like I can imagine things, I can create things, I can make things, and it's really awesome because it gives me a lot of like creative liberty to do or to like make what's in my head come alive. It's awesome. I really appreciate the fact that, you know, life has given me this ability. And I also understand that like there are other people that struggle with that. Like some people can't draw a stick figure to save their life. And not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I'm a pretty decent artist. So I've been given a great opportunity to kind of like create my own ideas and bring them into real life space. And I've been trying to take advantage of that. And I opened my own shop, and I quit my day job, which like you look at all the like success stories of people and like, yeah, I quit my day job, I'm chasing my dream, and it's awesome. And I was like, cool, I try that, and I did. And right now, it is currently sucking ass. It's fucking terrible. It's so bad because one thing that I never did was I never learned like discipline for, I don't really know how to put it. Like I can go to a job and I can be a very good employee. I was a very good employee. So much so that out of the two of the three last jobs that I worked, I consistently moved up. I did something better, you know, getting pay raises and stuff like that. So I'm a great worker. I just don't have the discipline to be able to like manage the back end of that type of stuff. Like a lot of people have to deal, like people who start their own businesses, you have to deal with every portion of it: the advertisement, the marketing, the creation portion. Excuse me. The creative portion, the dealing with the customers, if there's a website involved, if there is like affiliate companies involved, if there are sponsorships, like that's the part for me that is the hardest, because I've never really had to deal with any of that stuff before. And like there was a point where like I still had my little shop and working full time at other places, and it was cool because it wasn't really necessary for me to have the shop, but it was like bringing in extra money, like, you know, a couple, just like some extra coin to like play with or whatever, like pay a credit card bill or something like that. It was really nice, but I never treated it as if it was life or death, because that's essentially what it is now. Like if you own your own business, you know that if you are the one who is creating your livelihood, if for any reason you decide to stop or you quit or you're shutting down, if you don't have a backup plan, like a day job or anything like that, you're going to sink so fast. And I never really thought about that. And I don't know if it was because I chose ignorance that I didn't think of that, or if it's something that wasn't like in the realm of possibility for me. But now that I'm here and it is a realm of possibility, I'm kind of like, oh shit, I should have. Why didn't I think about this? Why didn't I know about this? Do I blame somebody for not telling me about this? Like, I don't really know exactly how to feel about it, but I'm in a spot where like I'm kind of screwed. And if I don't figure it out soon, I kind of have to take a huge step backwards, which in most cases is okay. Like, you're not gonna die. It's just gonna suck, because now I've had this freedom of like having my own shop. I wake up at my own hours. That's one thing. That's another thing right there. A lot of people think, and I thought this too. It's like, oh yeah, I want to own my own business. I want to be my own boss. I make my own hours. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. If you're running it, like, if you are running your own business, you ain't waking up at 12 p.m. Like, especially if you're just starting, you ain't waking up at 12 p.m., 1 p.m., taking 2 weeks off. No, you're really not. Like, you're working your ass off, day in, day out. You ain't doing a 9 to 5, clocking out at 5, going home, seeing your family and chilling out. That ain't happening. You are going to be working 10, 12, 14, 16-hour days, and then you're going to be at home working too, and you're going to be always tired. You're not going to get a day off. Like, there will be times where you're going to be working like 3, 4, 5 months straight, no days off, long days every day. It's going to suck. But as much as that will suck, it is going to be better, because if you are putting the effort in and you are getting the reasonable I don't want to call it repercussions because that sounds bad, but if you're getting paid for it, or if you are getting reimbursed for what you're doing properly, it's going to be worth it, because you decided to wake up. That's counting in seconds. How many? I gotta figure this out really quick. I just realized, because I'm recording with this, or recording audio with this, because hopefully that'll cancel out. 30 minutes. Okay, so we're good. I'm recording with the mic so that way I get better audio, because it is so loud in here. But let me tell you how janky this setup is. I have my microphone hooked up to my laptop to record audio. Then I have my phone here, which is also plugged into the wall so that the battery doesn't drain. And I have a fisheye lens, like clip. It's a clip-on fisheye lens on the phone, so that way I have a better field of view. I want you guys to actually tell me, if anybody ever watches this, I want you to actually tell me, what do you think about the audio and the video? Is there too much background noise? Is the lighting shit? Just, I want to know. I've never done this before, so. But owning a business is more than a full-time job. It is a lifestyle. Hold on, before I continue, let me make sure that this camera is still rolling. Okay, we're still rolling. We're at about 25 minutes, so I'm going to talk your ear off for another 5 minutes. Then I'm going to leave you alone, and then I'm going to get on your nerves again next week if you decide to come back. But yeah, owning your own business is definitely like, it's more than a full-time job. It's a lifestyle. It's like, I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, I would say it's like having kids. Like, they might go to sleep for like a couple of hours a night, but then they're up again, and then you're up again, and then you're at it again until they fall asleep again. And the only difference between, in my opinion, a business and a kid is you can turn your phone off. Like, if you got customers calling, you can turn your phone off. You can't turn a kid off. So it's better than kids, but it's still kind of like kids. Speaking of kids, at some point I do want kids. I don't have any right now, but I think kids are awesome. I worked with kids my entire life. Well, yeah, still kind of. I work with kids my entire life, and they are just full. Kids are full. There's just a lot to them, and it's kind of the best part because they just got so much going on that they're just like these little balls of energy that just don't know what the hell is happening, and they don't know how to deal with it. So they're just like vibrating with lack of knowing what the fuck's happening. And it's awesome because as someone, I consider myself an influencer, but as an influencer, it's really nice to kind of like help them find their way. It's really cool because you can like literally watch them blossom into like either little assholes or little great people. I've seen both. I worked at a youth delinquent place, and like, oh man, all right, you know what? I'm gonna give you a quick story, and that's gonna be the end of it for today. But I was working at this youth delinquent place, and I was in the office. And mind you, like the office, like the kids aren't allowed to go in the office because it's a delinquent place. Like, you know, these kids are kind of, they're very, very sensitive. So everything is like completely monitored with cameras all over the place. The only place that there isn't cameras is in the office. And no kids are allowed in the office unless there's like two counselors or whatever to be able to like verify what happened if something happened. But anyways, I'm in the office and the kid is on the out, he's like at the door of the office, and he looks in and he sees me there, and I have a watch on. Like the kids aren't allowed to have watches or jewelry or cell phones or anything like that. And he looks at me and he sees my watch and he looks at the other counselor and goes, "What the fuck? Why does he get to have a watch?" And I'm just like, I work here. Because I look pretty young, like when I was working there. I looked like I could be one of the kids. Some of the kids actually did confuse me. They thought I thought I was one of them. But yeah, so he's like, "How the fuck does he get a watch?" And I'm just like, "I work here, dude." And he was pissed. Like that pissed him off for some reason. But the next morning, like I worked the night shift, so I worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I worked the night shift. So the next morning he wakes up, I'm in the office again. He stands at the edge of the door again, and he looks me dead in my eyes and goes, "Mr. Cass." I said, "What's up, bro?" He goes, "You can suck my ass." I'm like, what the fuck? And that's what I'm talking about. Like, kids are just so full of this just like raw energy, and they don't know what to do with it. So like, you get kids like that. Granted, I wanted to punch him in the mouth, but you can't punch kids in the mouth. You can't do that. You can feel like it, but you can't do it. And I really, really, really felt like it. But I appreciate that kid because he was honest with me and himself. And if he continues that honesty, plus good stuff, not just his raw negative emotions, if he continues that, he's gonna blossom into this like really, really great person one day. Like, what's the guy that's like really aggressive talking, but he's like really pure at the same? I don't know. Anyways, he could be a great person. He has the potential to be a great person, and that's what I like about kids. But my 30 minutes are up. If you tuned in, thank you. If you stayed to the end, you might be insane. And thank you for listening to me ramble about pretty much nothing. I don't know exactly what to name this show yet. I think I might call it You Feel Me? I think. I went over it with my household last night, and they kind of like that one. So, might call it You Feel Me. I might do my shows about an hour long. Maybe like once a week. Not sure. But, yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to leave you with one bit to entertain yourself in your free time. Definitely do this with somebody else. Not shitting on anybody if you don't have an iPhone, but you kind of need an iPhone to do it. You need iPhone and earphones. Bluetooth earphones are preferred. This might not work with like plug-in earphones. This is first world problem as fuck, bro. Jesus Lord. Anyways, so here's what you do. You go on your iPhone, you open up GarageBand. If you don't have GarageBand, it's free on the Apple Store. Download it. It takes a long time to download, but download it. It's worth it, trust me. Download GarageBand, and then, let me open it, because I don't remember exactly what to get to. Okay, so yeah, when you open it, you're going to go to audio recorder. So you can like swipe through these little tiles, right? Go to audio recorder, and then you're going to put your earphones in. If you have noise canceling, turn that on. If you don't, it's fine. A little monitor over in the bottom left. You're gonna turn monitor on, turn the volume all the way up, and just talk. Say anything. I don't talk about yourself. Fucking Little Red Riding. Recite the Little Red Riding Hood intro, and just see what happens. Enjoy. Thank you. Have a good day. And I'm gonna go throw the rest of this shit out because wet dirt tasting bullshit.